you. That is true. But it's a small college dilemma. It's not just a HBCU dilemma because Newberry, Wofford, all of these small PWIs will struggle to pay people comparable to the big research institutions, the D1s in their state. So to your point, JC, it would be a lot to be worked out to make that in any way uh, organized or have some symmetry. But we can't deny it. If you're talking HBCUs under the current landscape, I'm just looking at something here on Undefeated on ESPN. A&T dropped swimming. Maryland Eastern Shore dropped men's tennis. Hampton dropped bowling. So something still got to be done. And there's nothing stopping Zion and his family from saying to Zion, hey, your parents went to Livingstone before you could go to Duke. So you're going to give a handsome offering to Livingstone College because of what it did to get you in the position where you would even be eligible to go to Duke. There's
Absolutely.
nothing stopping us from grabbing kids like that and really indoctrinating them with, hey, invest in schools. All ethnic groups do that. It's
Well,
what's
well,
what's
well,
stopping them from dropping a check on Livingstone?
Right, or
exactly.
would Livingstone
And
be able to say, "Hey Zion, we'll name the school after you"? That would be interesting. Like, hey, we're going to
Yeah.
give you, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
well, that's a great extra topic for another show, because then that brings me to the point what Jemele Hill said in an interview on Roland Martin, and an article she wrote about athletes should start going to HBCUs because
Absolutely.
sort of that realm, but maybe we'll attack that another show. But I did want to take some time as we wind down. Number one, to give some final shouts. And then number two, that we can wish Dr. Naisha Douglas a very happy birthday. You notice she wasn't on the show. She's out celebrating her birthday. So she will be back next week. And so we want to give her a shout out. I may even go Tevin Campbell with it and just give her a little something like this. Happy birthday. That's it. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you getting. But
Boy,
final
good.
shout out. Final shout outs, but Key, final shout out.
Hey, shout out to all of these HBCU homecomings and PWI homecomings, man. Great show. Glad to be, I want to shout out y'all because it's glad to be back with y'all in the studio doing this. So shout out to y'all.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Brother JC, you got any final shout outs? I guess we might have lost him.
Yeah.
Brother D, got a final shout out?
I want to give a shout out to one of my very close friends and like family, Gene Blackman, man. He's doing so much in the community for Greensboro, North Carolina, man. Very proud of him. For those that don't know, a couple of weeks ago, Gene has a barber school on Phillips Avenue. And when I say he purchased his home in that neighborhood because that's the neighborhood for which we grew up, he also established his barber school in that same neighborhood, which gives young black minorities, going back to one of our other topics about education and the disparaging socioeconomic elements that don't give some people a second chance. He's been able to give some of those people a second chance to be able to obtain their barber school license and then go out and work for themselves as entrepreneurs, as barbers in the industry. And a couple of weeks ago, because of what he's been able to do in that area, he was visited by Killer Mike and Bernie Sanders very recently. It was a whole host of other celebrities that were able to visit him, and that just goes to show what you can do in your community. So I want to give a big shout out to Gene, brother. Love him to death. Glad to see that he's able to do something that powerful in the community.
No doubt. Brother JC, you back? You on?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got a final shout out?
Yeah, I do. I think I want to give a final shout. One, definitely to underline what we gave the doc from birthday greetings. But I also want to put ourselves and put a little spotlight on ourselves. I want to give a shout out to U Up Radio for being an example of what it preaches. A lot of times we talk about different organizations and people learning how to work together to get things done and being able to do it in a way in which that everybody wins. And by proof on today's show, and by proof on great things that's going to be coming later on this year, that we've proven that people can come together, have a conversation, get some stuff done, and uplift other people and live it by example. So I want to give that shout out and rest in peace, Diane Carroll, but of course.
Yes. Man, amen.
Yeah.
And just a quick shout out once again to the crew. It was great to be back. Thank you for all those that this will reach out to and connect with. We thank you. It's just good to be back. Just want to shout out to Benedict College. I'll be down there next weekend celebrating homecoming. BC, you know. And this is you radio.
Big shout out to Albany State University too. They got their homecoming next week too.
Amen. Albany State. So you know what you radio, baby. We're back. But at this time, we're going to sign off. Hey, we're on the move. To the crew, yeah.
Peace.